What we're going over today is how to put this with this using this. We're going to go over all the tools that you're going to need and the process of doing it. So let's just get right into it. What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to the channel. If you're like me, you love your Springfield Armory pistol. But as you know, it is almost impossible to find any slides that are milled for a red dot optic. And if you want to do it yourself or take it to a gun shop to do it, it's super expensive. So what we're going over today is how to put this with this using this. In order to do this yourself, you're going to need a few things. First and foremost, you're going to need your slide removed from your weapon. Then we're going to use a Torx bit. This is a T10 Torx bit. We have our outer impact red dot mount. This is the key in making this work without having to mill your slide. And then you're going to need to get yourself a punch kit. This one was, I think, 30 bucks off of Amazon. And then obviously whichever red dot you plan to mount to it. One of the things I've got to mention is Springfield sights are notorious for being difficult to remove. As you can see, I tried a little bit and didn't really get anywhere. So we're gonna forget the little guy hammer. We're gonna go to the big boy hammer, and we're gonna use the vise. We're gonna make sure that as we punch that we are as level as possible so that we don't put any grooves in here, but we're just gonna go for it. Alright guys, that dovetail is out. Now, just be wary, if you do it this way, you do risk putting some notches and some grooves in there. We didn't scrape it up too bad. You can alleviate that by modifying your punch, but I didn't feel like doing that, so we're just going to stick with it this way. But that's the first part, and now we have to get the dovetail from the outer impact in there. And everything else we should be able to do just on the table. If you made it this far, congratulations, because getting that rear side off is never fun. Now, the next unfun part that we have is what comes in this bag, which is the dovetail mount. Now, as you can see on the side here, it's shiny because this is really tight, and a lot of the times you'll have to use sandpaper to thin it down so that you can wedge it in there. Make sure that you use a fine grit sandpaper when you're doing this so that you don't have a bunch of coarse edges that are getting you caught when you're trying to put this in. So we'll just pop this in here, and got it started a decent amount, and now we're using the hammer for the rest of the way until we actually get to the slide portion where we'll use a punch. Alright, so the goal here is to make sure that it is even on both sides, because if this portion is not even on both sides, then your optic will not be even, it'll be offset on your slide, and it'll make everything a lot more difficult. So we're going to use our punch, and we're just going to lightly tap it in, and we're just going to do it by eye for now. And if you're OCD like me, we're actually going to grab the ruler and make sure that we get it perfect. Okay, so we're pretty close to even here. Now we're going to grab the ruler and make sure that we're even on both sides. Alright, we got the ruler, so let's check where we're at. Okay. Okay, so we're a little far this way, so we're going to tap it and then we're going to recheck it. Remember, this is the annoying part, but it's necessary if you want your optics to be centered. Alright folks, that is centered right where it's at. So we are done with the punch portion of this. Now let's flip this around. That is the most difficult part of this entire thing. Now it's really just easy and it's kind of fun. So this is the part where we actually get to use the dovetail mount. Now, when you put it on here, it's a super complicated process. It's just a boom and you're done. So on the Mod.2, it sticks out about a 1/16 of an inch on either side of the top of the slide, but if we pop this off, and I'll show you here, from the base of the slide, it is the exact same size. So it's a very nice fit getting it on there. So we'll pop that on, and this is where we start using our blue Loctite. You can use the red Loctite if you're doing this as a permanent setup, but we are just going to do it as a strong hold, not a permanent hold. For this step, we are going to need to not lose our pegs, but we're going to need the other 2 screws in your dovetail bag. We're going to put the Loctite just on the ends of the threads there. And 1 drip will do it. A little bit of Loctite goes a long way, especially when you're dealing with machine screws like we are. And you can use Loctite or Permatex, whatever. Okay, so let's put the cap on there. Let's not let this stuff harden while we're not paying attention. Okay, the next step is using our T10 Torx bit. It's 25 inch-pounds of pressure per screw. Now when we're putting these down, we want to alternate. So not tightening one all the way down and then the other. We're going to evenly tighten them out. Now if you have a feel for 25 inch-pounds, by all means go for it. If you want to get yourself a torque meter or a torque screwdriver, then do that if that makes you more comfortable. Okay, so now the next portion is totally dependent on whatever optic you are using. Alright guys, with the plate now installed, we're going to go back in the dovetail bag and then grab our 2 pins here. We're going to also grab our red dot sight and flip it upside down. In your pin holes, you're going to insert the thicker end of that pin. This is what's going to hold it in place on the outer impact red dot mount. And now we're just going to take it and sandwich those together. Boom. So now that's in place. If you notice, I put some electrical tape on my Holosun because while we're screwing in our red dot, we don't want to get any, we want to try and not scuff it up. We want to keep it nice. So then if you're using the screws from outer impact, it's going to be the number 6 screw for this Holosun here. They're a little bit longer than what I would like, and when you have those long screws, they will push your mounting plate up as they come in contact with the slide. So we're going to use the ones from Holosun, which also already have some thread locker on there. Now you can use Permatex, Loctite, whatever you prefer, or whatever is at your hardware store. Now we're going to make sure that as we're doing this, we're applying 12 foot-pounds of pressure. And we're going to alternate back and forth as we do this. That way we put the pressure on there evenly. So you can do this with a torque wrench, which is the proper way, or if you don't have a torque wrench, just make sure you don't over tighten it. Make sure that you get it snug. Alright guys, if you made it this far, hopefully you've got a finished product that looks something along the lines of this. I am a huge fan of this outer impact plate. I'm not sponsored by them in any way. Obviously my channel is too small for that. But they make it an awesome product that makes it easy for people with more obscure guns to actually get a red dot on their pistol. Just make sure that you have this sitting for 24 hours before you go and shoot it. I know you want to go out and shoot it. You really do. But if you don't wait that 24 hours, it's just going to back itself out. So do yourself a favor and wait. The only caveat to using a plate like this rather than getting your slide milled is that your line of sight is going to be about 3/4 of an inch higher than it would be had you gotten your slide milled. This is a fantastic option if you're not looking to mill your slide out just yet. If you want to try an optic out and you're not set on actually getting your slide cut up, go for this outer impact plate. It'll do the job and it'll get you accustomed to that red dot, and then down the road you can go ahead and get it cut. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to see more content like this. Y'all have fun, be safe, make good choices. Have a great day.